Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, today we are going to discuss about thinking about language of page number 11 of your textbook. So student, this is all about the lesson, the fun they had. In this lesson, we were learned and differentiated in between the online teaching and a manual mode teaching. In the online teaching, there were so many merits and demerits, and in the manual mode teaching, there were merits and demerits which were discussed by Tommy, Margain, grandfather, and a mother of a Margain. So this is what we have discussed in the lesson. So student, let's begin with another slide and discuss about more. The Fun They Had, written by Isaac Asimov. So the whole story, see here, the story we shall read is set in the future when books and schools as we know them will perhaps not exist. How will children study? Then the diagram below may give you some ideas. So we have discussed each and everything thoroughly in the previous videos, and in the previous video we have discussed about these pictures, and we have discussed about the robots, and we have discussed about the Margin. Okay, we have discussed about the teacher and the students, how in the ancestor used to study in a single classroom and everyone are taught about the single matter, about a single topic, and everyone used to learn about it thoroughly. This is what we have learned from this lesson, and we have differentiated in between the schools of the future and the schools of old uh, times. All right, so student, let's begin with another slide and see more pictures related to the lesson, and we will go back to the thinking about language of the future. Here you will have the virtual classrooms in the future, then you will have moving e-text, then the robotic teacher, then learning through computers. This is what we have learned. So student, here we have discussed about this and we have differentiated about the two things. So it is an also in picture what you have seen. So let's begin with the thinking about language here. And in the previous video, what you have seen, we have discussed about the parts of speech. Yes, the parts of speech. How many parts of speech were there? There were 8 parts of speech. The first one is noun, second one is pronoun, third one is adjective, fourth one is verb, and the fifth one is adverb, and the sixth one is preposition, and the seventh one is conjunction, and the eighth and the last one is interjection. We have discussed about it thoroughly with a very actual and the initial example, okay, on a video and a blackboard class, is it? So today we are going to discuss briefly about the adverbs and how to convert the adjective into the adverb, okay, by doing the thinking about language which is there in the page number 11 with its suitable example, and with the help of the animated video, a scrolling video we are going to learn through. So student, there you will get the answers of each and every fill in the blanks. So you have to put it there in the filling the blanks which were given in your book, okay, and the same thing you should be written it in your grammar notebooks what you have read about it. So student, let's begin with this without a further go. So student, here we have NCERT's class 9 Behave, page number 1, about thinking on language or thinking about language. So the first question here they have given, find the sentences in the lesson which have the adverbs given in the box below. So student, what do you mean by here adverbs? So adverbs are the words which used to, yes, which used to modifies or describes the verb, the adverb, and the adjective is called adverbs here. This is what we have learned in the previous class with several examples. See, so many adverbs are given here. So what are they? They all are adverbs. Awfully, sorrowfully, completely, loftily, carefully, differently, quickly, nonchalantly. So these are the adverbs here. Let's see what is adverb and how the adjective is converted into adverb. See, the word complete is an adjective. Let's say for example the word complete is an adjective. When you add ly to it, it becomes an adverb. Understood? The same sentence is given in your textbook. In the same manner, here some example you have. The word, the root word is here awful, and if you add ly, a suffix behind the awful, then it will what it becomes awfully. Okay, the root word is here sorrowful. If you add ly, a suffix behind this word, then what it becomes sorrowfully, and this adjective is converted into adverb. Then comes the word complete. When ly is added behind, then what it becomes? It becomes adverb. So adjective can turn into adverb here by writing it completely. The root word is loft, and it is converted into loftly by adding ly behind it. Okay, so here you have the root word careful. It is converted into adverb by adding ly, carefully. Here we have the root word different. Okay, so different is an adjective. Yes, let's say it is indifferent. Okay, by differentiating someone with something, okay, an adjective is added to define the noun and the pronoun there. Okay, and this adjective can convert it into ly to make this whole word into adverb. Fine. Now the quick is an adjective. If we add ly behind, it becomes adverb. Then nonchalantly. Okay, nonchalantly is a word. Then if we add ly behind it, it becomes adverb here. So student, we have answers with their questions. So let's solve by reading the blanks of each and everything. Let's say here. Okay, awfully, they have given something to us, something content they have given about the awfully. Awfully, they turned the pages which were yellow and crinkly, and it was, yes, and it was awfully funny to read. Words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to. On a screen, you know. So this whole sentence is taken from the textbook. So it was awfully funny. Awfully funny. Okay, here adverb is taken to define. Yes, adverb is taken to define the verb funny. So funny means happiness, joy, a laughing, okay, a giggling inside the mouth by showing some teeth is somehow funny. It defines the verb here. So this adjective further changed into adverb, and this adverb is added in front of the verb. Okay, in front of the verb, in front of the adjective, and in front of the, yes, this kind of things we can see here. Awfully funny. Awfully funny means let's say partially, okay, is a synonym word for the awfully. Then comes to sorrowfully. So what do you mean by the word sorrow? A sadness. Okay, so feeling something bad, feeling something awkward is called the word sorrow. A sorrowful, a full of a sorrow, a full of sadness is called sorrowful. If we have added ly behind it, what it become? It become adverb. So the mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. Here. So student, did you got that sorrowfully gives a meaning of sadness, and this adverb is added, okay, added to define the whole sentence in such a proper manner, and these adverb plays the roles of adverb, and it plays the role of adverb for defining the verb here in this sentence. Understood? See here, This one, worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully. Okay, had sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. All right, now completely. So when to use completely? There in the blank. See, they had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. So completely is chosen from this sentence. Now loftily, he added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully centuries ago. So loftily means he added patiently and intelligently while pronouncing the word carefully centuries ago. Who? Tommy. Fine. Now comes another adjective which is converted into adverb by adding ly behind it differently. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. Is it good or is it correct? Do you agree with this? No. A student should cooperate with the teachers and teachers should cooperate with the student, and there should be a good bonding in between two. Then they are going to learn each and everything very thoroughly. Okay, fine. Then comes to quickly. I didn't say. I didn't like it. Marge said quickly. Okay. Nonchalantly. Maybe he said nonchalantly. Without thinking. Okay. Without any assumptions. Maybe he said nonchalantly. So student, here we have discussed about each and every adverb with its meaning by keeping it there in the sentence. Now student, we have to put the answers here. We have to put the answers in the blanks. Okay. So let's begin with this. So the first question here we have. First question is, the report must be read blank so that performance can be improved. So choose it from their blank. What is given there upside? See the page number 11. You will get the table there. Many options are there in the form of adverb: sorrowfully, sorrowfully, completely, loftily, carefully, differently, quickly, and nonchalantly. Okay. So here the report must be read dash so that performance can be improved. So that performance can be improved. Fine. So the answer of this blank is carefully so that performance can be improved. So any reported should be read carefully. If you read the report carefully, patiently, then what happens? Your performance can be improved in a proper manner. Okay. Second question here we have, at the interview, Samir answered our questions. Samir answered our questions. How he answered? Loftily, shrugging his shoulders. Okay, loftily, shrugging his shoulders. Okay, so the synonym of the carefully is loftily, and the loftily is the best suitable word for this blank. Now comes to third one. We all behave. Yes, we all behave differently when we are tired or hungry. We all behave differently, yes or no? So we are going to lose our patience, we are going to lose our willpower when we become so tired and so hungry. Then we will behave differently in different sense. Okay, the fourth one, the teacher shook her head. The teacher shook her head sorrowfully when Ravi lied to her. When Ravi lied to her, then the teacher shook her head sorrowfully. Obviously the teacher will become sad if you lie her. If you don't the homework and if you lie her, then what is the use of the teaching of the teacher? Wasting the energy of the teacher and listening and not doing anything, just listening from one ear and leaving it from another ear, not doing anything, then what is the use of it? If you respect the teacher by doing that homework and getting checked by it and scoring good marks, then she is too happy rather than sorrowfully. Okay, so here the answer is sorrowfully. Then comes the fifth one. I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. Okay, so this is the answer here. Then comes, when I complimented Revati on her success, she just smiled awfully. Okay, she just smiled nonchalantly. Wait, the answer is she just smiled nonchalantly and turned away. Nonchalantly means without feeling any kind of hesitation. A sudden reaction of anyone is called nonchalantly. Okay, so the seventh one is here, the president of the company is, awfully busy and will not be able to meet you. Awfully busy. Okay, eighth one, I finished my work dash so that I could go out to play. So you know which adverb has to be come here, so it is an one small homework for you. So student, here you will get the same answer what we have read here. Okay, now comes to third one. Yes, third one is make adverbs from this adjectives by adding ly behind it. Okay, it is very simple, you can do by yourself. In the previous class we have did this kind of exercise which belongs to our book, that converting the adjective into adverb. So let's begin with the first one. See, I want to give some explanation regarding to this. See, remember, an adverb describes action. Okay, adverb describes action, or you can say adverb describes verb. You can form adverbs by adding ly to adjectives. Yes, okay, all right, we can do what we have discussed previously. Fine. Now here we have one note. When an adjective ends in y, the y changes to I when you add ly to form an adverb. So student, here you have to take the note. Okay, when this adjective have y, this y changes into I plus ly if this adjective has y. This is what you have to take care by converting the adjective into adverb. Understood? So let's begin with this answer. Okay, so student, the first one is angry. Then it can be written here angrily. How it can be written? It can be written angrily. Happy, happily. Okay, marry, yes, merrily. Sleepy, sleepily. Easy, easily. Noisy, noisily. Tidy, tidily. Gloomy, gloomily. Okay, so here you will get the answers here. See, angry can be converted into adverb angrily. Happy can be converted into adverb like happily. Merrily can be converted into adverb like merrily. Sleepily can be converted into sleepily. Easily can be converted into easily. Noisily can be converted into noisily. Tidy can be converted to tidily, and gloomy can be converted into gloomily. Understood? This is all about how we converted the adjective into adverb. Now let's begin with the second question. Okay, so second question here we have, complete the following conditional sentences, use the correct form of the verb. So here we have to use the correct form of the verb. So student, when we can learn the correct form of the verb? If we have a good knowledge of the tenses, if we have the good knowledge of the verb table. Okay, which word belongs to verb 1, which belongs to verb 2, which belongs to verb 3, which belongs to verb 3 in the form of ing, which belongs to verb 4, and which belongs to verb 5. This is what we have to take care. A verb table should be well revised to you all. Okay, see, before beginning with this, here we have an explanation on page number 12. So everyone see that explanation on page number 12 in your own textbook. See, if not and unless. If not and unless. Imagine that Margie's mother told her, you will feel awful if you don't finish your history lesson. Okay, first point. She could also say, you will feel awful unless you finish your history lesson. So instead of if you don't, here if we can use unless, then it gives a similar meaning, a same meaning. Okay, and it is so easy for a writing purpose, and it will save our time and energy. Okay, so here unless means if not means unless. Sentences with unless or if not are negative conditional sentences. Okay, so the sentences where you will get the word if, not, or only not, or only no, so these all sentences are called negative conditional sentences. What are they? Negative conditional sentences. Understood? Okay, now here we have a note. These sentences have two parts. The part that begins with if not or unless tells us the condition. Okay, each and every sentence has two parts where not is used or no is used. and it tells us about the condition of the sentence. Is it is negative or positive? Okay, understood. Now this part has a verb in the present tense. Now the verb should be in the present sense. Okay, present tense. Let's say a simple present. Let's say a present perfect. Let's say a present perfect continuous. Let's say a present continuous. So the verb form of this kind of sentences should be in present tense. See, now in the bracket they have given, look at the verbs don't finish. Finish in the sentences above. Alright. Okay. Now the another last paragraph of the content shows that the other part of the sentence tell us about a possible result. It tells us what will happen if something else doesn't happen. Okay, the verb in this part of the sentence is in the future tense. You will feel. Okay, so this is what here. Okay, here the future part of the sentence is also added, like you will feel or you will feel. So here for the notice, we have noticed these two tenses again in the following example. Okay, they have given here in the textbook one for future tense and another for present tense. See, the first one is there won't be any books left unless we preserve them. Okay, if not is added, then it gives the same meaning, but unless is more perfect than if not. Unless we preserve them. You won't learn your lesson if you don't study regularly. See student, here these conjunctions are adding one sentence with another, so they can be called here conjunction here. Do you know that bridge example what we have discussed in the video class? Okay, now comes to the third one. Tommy will have an accident unless he drives more slowly. Okay, so here we have discussed about the if not and unless and where to use, and by using what type of tense we should take here. Fine. Now comes to complete the following conditional sentences. Use the correct form of the verb. Okay, use the correct form of the verb. Fine. See, the first one is if I don't go to Anu's party tonight, then here we have an answer also. Then what happens? Then she will be angry. See student, if I don't go to Anu's party tonight. So if I don't go to Anu's party tonight, this whole sentence is for the future, occurrence. If you write something here, it should be in the present tense. Understood? It should be in the present tense. What is there in your textbook? See it once. Okay. Then what she will do? She will be angry. Okay. Again, if you don't telephone the hotel to order food, then what happens? Okay. Yes. Then what happens? You will miss your evening meal. It is in future tense and it is written in the present tense. Fine. Again, unless you promise to write back, I will not write to you. Okay, see this sentence. Again, fourth example, if she doesn't play any games, she will become lazy and unfit. Okay, correlated. Then comes to unless that little bird flies away quickly, the cat will pounce on it. The cat will pounce on it or attack on it. So this is what they have written the future sentence first with unless and if in front of them, and with the present tense sentence behind it. So student, this is all about today's video, and here in this video we have discussed each and everything thoroughly about the thinking about language, so it should be taken care perfectly. So student, in the page number 13 you have given the letter writing. Yes, which letter writing it is? Obviously it is a formal letter, so you have to write a letter in your notebook. Okay, and these all kind of things should be completed properly. So here in the page number 14 you have a speaking, no need to do it, it is a very simple one, you can do by yourself. And this is all about today's video. We have discussed in this video the thinking about language, the parts of speech also we learned in the previous video. On the basis of that we have completed this exercise. So student, in the coming video we were going to discuss about a poem. Okay, a poem we have already discussed, and we will discuss some question and answers of the poem what we have done in the previous classes. So student, for a time being, take care and have a nice day.